As soon as we got together, then all of a sudden it was like, she's a model. They kind of put you in a box, right? They don't know what to do with you. But it was never what I really wanted to do.
He comes again. See how he's smiling.
I don't want people walking around saying, I want to be like Bobbi. You want to be like yourself. Be your best. And everything you got is right there.
See how he's trying.
Were you born in Canada or were you born in Somalia?
No, so I was born in Canada. So my mom actually came over from Somalia just before the war, like the big civil war, and that was quite rare. So she was one of very few Somalis at the time. My dad moved for a job opportunity, so she finds herself in Montreal, and then she had these two kids, and she took us early on to the warmest part of Canada. So she was like, where the hell in this country does it not get this cold? We moved to Vancouver, which is West Coast, you know, gorgeous part of Canada. And I'd been there, you know, most of my life. I only moved to London 10 years ago because of Idris.
Where did you meet him?
In Canada. He was shooting in Vancouver. I was bartending, just finished uni. He had one night off filming.
Did you know who he was?
Not at that moment. So I figured out very quickly, because actually the hot dog guy selling hot dogs outside decided to come in and tell me. But then at that point, it kind of ruined it, because I thought, oh, he's never gonna call me. I left, went to another club, and he showed up at the same venue. So it was like serendipitous. And then we were like inseparable. I moved a year after that, and we got married 6 months after that. And then
And were you modeling at the time?
No, so I had done a bit of pageantry.
Okay. Oh wait, you were Miss.
Yeah, I did Miss Vancouver.
Miss
which
Vancouver.
Is so corny.
Oh no, but it's so cool.
I always joke about the pageant thing, because if I ever go missing, it like sticks with you. It's like former beauty pageant queen.
That's not bad. I get short Jewish girl from Chicago, so.
No, listen, short Jewish girl from Chicago made it pretty big, didn't she? Yeah, she's doing all right. As soon as we got together, then all of a sudden it was like, she's a model. They kind of put you in a box, right? They don't know what to do with you. But it was never what I really wanted to do. I'd just finished my bachelor's. I thought I was going to go to law school at the point where I'd met Idris.
What'd you major in?
Philosophy, only to do good in the LSAT, right? And I saw Idris starting a business like every 2 seconds. He just loves business. He's got an idea and he mobilizes. Like he's like Avengers Assemble. We're doing this.
But exactly what you just said, if you could repeat that for anyone out there that wants to be in business.
He's got an idea and he does it. He mobilizes.
And he mobilizes it.
Yeah.
And he just gets it all.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's like a rare.
It takes a good team, though.
Of course.
Yeah, it takes a good team.
It takes a team, but it takes someone on top of the team putting the right things in place.
Yeah, and you need a dreamer to do that.
You do.
And that was the thing that I admired about him the most when we'd met. Like, I would have thought my ceiling was sort of here, and he would constantly challenge, like, no, why is it there? It's all, it's for, like, you know, you can keep going, you can keep doing more, bigger, better. I had no idea that I would enjoy being an entrepreneur. Until I saw him do it and was like, you know what? He's inspired me to try it. Maybe I can do it.
So I want to ask you about your brand. How old is it? When did it launch?
Oh my gosh. So 2.5 years now,
okay.
Which feels like it flew by. Most founders can relate. It just came out of a place of genuine frustration, just me not being satisfied with what was out there in the market. And I had really, really bad teenage acne. I could not understand being around predominantly white area why I would have acne on my face and it would stay there for months. On my friends, it would be there for like a week. So I just remember being very frustrated with my skin when I was younger. And when I moved back to London, I don't know if it was the stress or the change. This is when I'm 26, 27, it started flaring up again. At that point in my life and at this point in society, skincare education is more democratized. I'm on social media trying to learn what I can about melanin, but still wasn't finding enough on the market that was for me and was addressing my needs holistically. So I spoke to a great friend, Barbara Sturm, who started her skincare brand, obviously ages before mine, is a phenomenal woman in her own right. And she had a dark skin tones line. It was one of the first times I had a conversation about the needs of melanin-rich skin versus, you know, skin with less melanin in it. And I was like, this is it. This is what the market needs to look like. Because in that discovery, I realized my skin being more sensitive, more prone to inflammation. If you formulate for me first, you get skincare that's better for everyone. And I was like, we've got to do this. So we've got 5 SKUs now, 6 SKUs now.
Let's grab them.
Yeah, let's grab these ones here. We've got some of them here, some of my favorites. So when we started the brand, that was the core 3 products. So I always wanted it to be super simplified for people. You were gonna have a cleanser, moisturizer, toner, 1, 2, 3, and it was going to treat all of your needs around your skin barrier support and hyperpigmentation. And then we have our ochre serum. I watched my mom for ages, use ingredients I couldn't even pronounce, didn't care for. I was like, they're not at Sephora, I don't know what you're talking about, on her face every day. She'd make these beautiful DIY masks with stuff like qasl, turmeric, goat's milk, like, I mean, you name it, right? I didn't quite appreciate them at the time, but what she was doing was, you know, showing us the power of A, beauty.
And it's very unisex.
And it's very unisex.
This whole line.
So you'll see the toners in a spray because Idris was like, why do we need a pad? He just had some very common sense ideas about what skincare should be.
So I work with my husband also. What are the challenges for you?
I think I was slightly overwhelmed when I started that I needed responses right away. I needed everything right away. Every minute was like a day in my system. If something was going on, I would turn to him regardless of where we were. We need this answered right now. Like, this can't wait. And he turned to me at one point and he was like, you can't keep doing that. Like, I'm enjoying the moment that we're in. We've got to be in the moment. You can't just keep doing that. And I've had to learn to be good at shutting off.
Talk to me about beauty and confidence. Like, have you always been confident in your beauty?
It took me a while to kind of develop into that, especially with my skin issues, not having enough women who look like me in my circle of friends. And I was a late bloomer. Now, I feel I've come to a place in my life where I don't want to change anything.
Right. You've been to the Met Gala, the Met Ball?
Yes, I have.
Like, how do you prepare for it? Does it stress you out? Are you just throw on an outfit?
The red carpet thing for me, I didn't do so well in that. I think the philanthropic stuff just always came easy. Like, the time thing, to me, that wasn't a carpet. That was like something I was really excited about. Not to say Idris's premieres aren't amazing, but it doesn't have the same kind of, like, the work that we were doing together actually in our philanthropic careers outside of S'ABLE, to me, was the kind of stuff that I got really excited about sharing. I don't know if you know, I'm a UN Goodwill Ambassador for EFAD.
I do that, which is amazing.
We're speaking with a whole army and of people who are so underserved and so undervalued that anytime we got the chance to speak with them on a bigger platform and share our platforms, it was just like, we've got to do this. This is easy, yes, you know? So for me, that stuff has not only been some of the greatest honor in my life and work in my life, it's been the stuff that I'm most excited to talk about anytime I can. And I feel, especially in today's climate, more than ever, it's so easy to just look at everything that's happening in the world and think there's just too much crazy, there's just too much bad. And what happens is humans and people become statistics, and they become numbers, and then we stop humanizing. And that's the kind of stuff that terrifies me and terrifies us at night, and the stuff that we fight every day against.
You guys are incredible for doing that, really.
Oh, thanks. We actually took a great group of content creators to Ghana recently to look at some of the supply chain issues in beauty. And you know, supply chain is difficult. And I was blown away again, even knowing how much work goes into something like the manual process of shea. I mean, we went to Tamale in Ghana. These women are fasting. It's 35-degree heat, and they're manually processing shea. Like, the amount, with children on their back. The men are who knows where.
Right.
You know, I mean, I love Ghanaian men. I married one, don't get me wrong. But I mean, it's the women working in the fields for ingredients that go into products that we take off a counter, that we've lost all trace of that story, that face. We've lost the idea that they're even African ingredients. So to me, that was something we were really passionate about. Let's not forget that beauty products have people behind them. Yeah.
That's a really an amazing message. I can't wait to see what's going to happen with this. I think it's going to be amazing. I definitely feel your joy and your passion, and that comes through. So it's so great to finally meet you and to interview you.
Oh, so great to meet you. And to be able to talk about this with you, like, I can't tell you how much of a dream state that is for me. To me, I thought Bobbi Brown was owned by a black woman when I was younger. This has to be created by us for us because it was so inclusive at the time. You are such a pioneer and probably one of the most prolific women in the business who just really took a hold of something and did it the right way. Women like you and Charlotte and women who are just like getting it right, who inspire the rest of us to go, yeah, I don't need to sit with a bunch of men in a boardroom, you know, like.
You probably will though, and I will tell you exactly what should be going on in your mind and what should come out of your mouth.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
You're an inspiration to us all.
Well, thank you.
I appreciate you.